This podcast is sponsored by Utocop. For more details, please click on the link that is in the description below. Welcome to episode 17 of On a Personal Note with Adarsh Sakare. I hope you enjoyed episode 16. Amir was honestly a surprise, and I've been saying this, the episode is so layered, it really blows your mind. So if you haven't yet watched episode 16, you should definitely do that. Amir is someone you should definitely meet. Today we have another amazing guest in the studio. I will, of course, introduce him shortly, but let's say hi to Mr. Arwin.
Hi, Adarsh. It's been so long that I know you that it's difficult to say hi in a simple way.
In a formal way.
Formal way, yeah.
In a formal way, right? So, I was trying to get Arwin's second name right. Arwin Monteiro.
Yes.
Now I'm saying it right?
Yes.
Arwin Monteiro. Arwin's introduction, I want to start with the simple fact that it's the first time we are shooting at 8 a.m. in the morning and not at 8 p.m. because ideally we have shoots here only in the evening.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned.
And Arwin says, why don't we do it really early? I'm like, how early? I'm good, bro. 6:30, 7 a.m. Let's do it. The reason I'm saying that is that's the guy, right? He's alive 24/7 in terms of thoughts, energy. You'll meet him at say 8 a.m. in the morning, it's the same energy. You meet him at 8 p.m., it's the same energy, right?
That's that's true. That's true.
Is true.
I'm going to share those secrets why it is so.
Why it is so, right? So let's also understand who Arwin is and why is Arwin here today. No, Arwin has a lot of things. The problem is I can't say Dr. Arwin, I can't say MC Arwin, DJ Arwin. Right? It's very tough to attach a profession to him. Am I
Yes,
that right?
That's right. That's right. But that has acted as an advantage and a disadvantage for me.
Yeah.
But yes, you know it better than anyone, right? Yeah.
So I'll just mention a few things, right? So his main scene that he really pursues is being a scuba diver in this beautiful place called Havelock.
Yes.
Apart from that, he's also a corporate trainer. He teaches people how to speak English.
Yeah.
He knows quite a bit on the fitness side. We'll also get into that. And a lot of these traits that he's developed over time. And the reason, not only is he interested in this, but he has this thought process that he can travel the world using these traits of his. And not only travel the world, but earn out of it in a way that you're not stuck to one thing for a long period of time. He's literally the nomad that we all want to be. Am I right again?
Yes. Thank you so much for that. It's really an honor coming out. See, I'm very, I've always lived up to my expectation, never on somebody else's expectation. But when you say it out, I don't know what to say, right? It's like I'm listening it from others that it's so many things that you've done, and I feel like, oh my god, it's on spotlight.
Yeah. No worries, man. So Arwin's never done this before, but yeah, these are the things. Crazy mind, crazy amount of thoughts. I've had conversations with him that have lasted 3 hours, 4 hours, and it's still been amazing. So that was our first thing, like, dude, how are we going to do this in an hour? Right? So welcome to this episode where we dive into Arwin's mind and his free-flowing energy, free-flowing thoughts. So welcome, Arwin. Welcome to
Thank you so much for this. Thank you so much to get this already at 8 a.m. in the morning. I understand how different it has to be. Yeah.
That's okay, man. So, Arwin, let's dive into the first thing. That's your core kind of, I don't know if I call it profession or work, but you being a scuba diver, right? You're a scuba diver who in Andaman.
Yeah, I'm a little above scuba diver.
Okay.
I'm a scuba instructor.
Okay. Okay.
We have a center called PADI,
Okay.
Professional Association of Diving Instructors,
Okay.
under which I am an instructor for.
Mhm.
And I teach
Hmm.
and certify students.
Okay.
So, first, it's amazing to be underwater, right?
Yeah.
Um, the serenity, the peace that you get underwater, it's mind blowing. Okay, but to add on, you get to train a person who's never been underwater to live life underwater.
Hmm.
That gives you the satisfaction of being an instructor.
Being an instructor.
I've worked with corporates.
Hmm.
It's very difficult to satisfy them. Right? If they are expecting 100, I've always given 120.
120.
After a couple of days, they convert 120 as the new 100.
Okay.
Right? So I push.
Hmm.
It's good if I see the satisfaction, see the content in them, but I've never seen that level of content when it comes to the newbies that come to
Newbies.
diving.
Okay.
So that happiness that I see in their face, that gets me going,
Okay.
that profession.
So when you dive into the water, when you dive into clear water, and you see a different world, what goes on in your head?
Well, that's the point. You know, Adarsh, whenever you're happy,
Hmm.
the most happy or the happiest, right? What runs in your mind?
Nothing. Yeah. Nothing.
That's what is in my mind when I'm underwater. When you're underwater, your thoughts
Hmm.
are quiet.
Okay.
The surrounding is quiet.
Hmm.
And that's when you find the peace, right? You're at peace. You look at the beauty, you're in awe, you're mesmerized, and each and everything, right? The colors underwater, you see a parrotfish which has multiple colors, right? And you see an octopus which is camouflaged. Those things just avoid your thoughts
Okay.
coming in, and you just enjoying.
Hmm.
And for me, it's always like a connect with God. For
Okay.
me, God is nature for me, right? So it's a connect with nature, and that nature connection comes into place there. So that's where I feel home.
That's where you feel home.
Yes.
So, how many months in a year do you spend at Havelock right now, just to kind of tell them what's the scene right now and how things are going with the whole COVID situation?
Well, it's
How
only
does it
because of
work?
COVID I'm here.
If not, you would have been at
I
Havelock.
am in Havelock for 11 months in a year.
Hmm.
1 month I come back to Bangalore to spend time with my daughter especially. But yes, if I get an opportunity, if my daughter is old enough to travel with me, then I'll never come back to Bangalore. I'll be there in Havelock and move on to other coastal regions, Thailand, Indonesia. That's
Crazy.
the plan.
So when you have these people who come over and either you're taking them for a dive or you're teaching these kids who are coming there, what are the responses that you get, right? Because you said you feel real happiness, but you're also in a place where you're seeing a lot of other people experience it in very different ways. What have you seen there? What have you felt there? What do people feel when they come there? What do they tell you post the dive?
So here's the thing, right? There's happiness. Sorry. There's smile and there's masked smile.
Okay.
Right? They show a different emotion. They hide something else, right?
Okay.
But when it comes to diving, you can make it out, right? They are not faking it.
Okay.
That level of happiness, you can see it in their eyes, and they go non-stop for about 1 to 2 hours explaining about what they saw inside, right? Underwater.
To you.
They explain it to me. I've seen it.
But they want to tell you.
Yes. They want to tell me each and everything that they saw, because ideally when they went in, their minds also went blank, right?
Yeah.
So there are no thoughts coming in. So everything that they have captured is at 100%. So when they come out, they remember each and every detail which they like to share. And that, when I just sit, that's my happiness.
Yeah, that's your happiness. When we do something we really like once in a while. So if I go, say, for a trek, I really like it. But if I had to do it every day, I'd say, no, I want to go back, right? So what's different about you that makes you want to be there every day? Are you born liking the profession, or have you fallen in love with it? How does it work? What do you think?
I can definitely say I've fallen in love.
Okay.
Because it's just 4 years ago that I started diving, and the first dive
Hmm.
changed my entire mindset.
Hmm.
Came back. I actually quit my job,
Hmm.
went, finished the entire process, stayed there.
Hmm.
And it's been 4 years. Only due to COVID, I'm here for longer than I usually stay. But yes, that has been my world ever since. And yes, I understand when you say every day doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But every day, you won't believe, Adarsh, you definitely get to see something different. If you've followed my
That's
Instagram.
tough to believe. That's the thing. That's tough to believe.
Yes. I've been in your shoes. It's tough to believe, but for that
But
you
it's
have to
real.
come to Havelock, right?
That's pending.
Yes.
That's pending. So this puts in a great start to the most important thought, right? When you're at Havelock, when you're away from say taking up a job in a city, when you're away from what majority is doing, you're of course doing something that's away from the majority.
True.
Right? Which means there's a lot of people questioning your actions. Right? How do you secure your future? How do you plan your future? What will happen if it shuts down? What will happen when you get old? This and that. And then of course you have your own answers. So let's start with a simple question, that how are you looking at these questions thrown at you from people around you and the general majority that says, you're living a slightly dangerous life.
When you put it across as dangerous, even staying at home, a cylinder gets, it blasts and you're dead.
Okay.
So danger's everywhere.
Okay.
But yes, to these questions, this right here is a table, right? What you see is a table. What are the functions of a table? What are the usage of this table?
We can keep stuff on it.
Can this be something else?
It's tough to think about it right now.
Right. Now, let's assume we don't look at this as a table. We look at this as wood. Because this is wood. This isn't table, right?
Okay.
Right? This is wood. It's made out of wood. So if we go back to its wood form, can wood be anything it wants to be? Like you can make a million things out of wood, right?
Yeah, then you can, yeah.
So if the society looks at this and calls it a table and comes to you and says, you're a table. You're supposed to be like a table. You can't become a chair. So the table tries its best to become like a chair, which it's not.
Yeah.
It's not even a table.
Yeah.
It's the wood, right? So why I mentioned that is we are not what you see, right? We are energy.
Yeah.
Table has limitations. Wood has limitation because it's matter. When it comes to you, the energy, it does not have limitation. You can be whatever you want to be. If you let the thought, when others come and tell you you can't do it, affect you, then the energy is gone. Yeah, then you lose out. But see, they don't know. People don't know, and that is the reason it scares them. Why is someone...
What don't they know?
That there are other professions. That you can live off something else. You can live off by your dreams, right? They don't know that. They are scared to walk in that path, and that fear is implanted on you. So if someone comes and tells you, no, you're not doing good, there's no security, there's no future, I just feel bad for them, right? Because they are stuck in this rat race, and they are scared to get out, which is what they're implying it on me. So it's nothing personally. If they come and tell me that no, this is a useless profession, I just smile because I know what I'm doing, and I'm content with that, right? I know what I'm doing. It's not useless profession for me. But if someone is saying that, then yes, I feel bad for them. That's the only thing I can tell. But
because the question becomes stability, right? That always comes through as stability. People, stability maybe gives a human better sleep. So, are you saying you don't chase stability, or how does that? How do you think about that?
stability is poison.
Okay.
It poisons our mind. It makes you not push yourself, and it gives you the freedom to relax and sit and be comfortable. And I feel personally that we have not come into this world to be comfortable, right? If you're going to be comfortable, then let's take the fact, if I'm just going to sit at home, get unlimited supply of food and junk food and water, I'm just going to put on weight.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not a avid book reader, but I have read only a couple of books. One of them is Who Moved My Cheese?
Okay.
Have you read it?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
It speaks about.
I haven't yet explored my reading. I'm trying. I'm starting off.
No, this is a very thin book.
Okay.
And it's a very short story. It tells about two human beings and two rats. They find a room full of cheese, right? When they find a room full of cheese, they get comfortable.
Yeah.
They don't want to move. Why would, like, if you have a room full of money, would you like to move away? No, you have it. But one fine day, the rats, what they did, they kept going out searching for other options. They never stuck on to that room. But one fine day, the cheese was moved from that room. And these people, instead of going and doing some other thing, they stood there waiting that you're not supposed to take the cheese out. Whoever took that cheese will put it back. Right? So that is the stability. Right?
Yeah.
So if tomorrow, let's say, half the jobs are taken away, will you be willing to start over new? You're talking about stability. So let's look at the pager and mobile section, right? You were a pager salesman. You knew everything about pager.
Yeah.
Now you don't know anything about mobile phones.
Yeah.
And you are 45, 50 years old. In the mobile phone sector, you'll have to start from the scratch. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah.
Because you have stopped learning.
Yeah.
You shut it down, saying,
You're used to stability.
Yeah, I'm used to stability. I know this life will get me, the children, wife, what do you call that?
The house, the car.
Later life, right? What do you call? Retired life. Retired life. Sit by the beach, sip a glass of wine and enjoy. But why don't you do that right now?
Okay.
Why do you want to retire when you do that? And you even mentioned stability gives you good sleep. I feel at the end being happy gives you a better sleep.
A better sleep.
Stability will give you whatever you want, but it will not give you what you need.
Okay, crazy.
Right? So that's the way I look at things. Stability for me is poison.
Lovely, man. So, which exactly connects to the fact of your multiple professions that you're in a way chasing, not only because you can do it, but because it's also equipping you to travel the world, right? So let's hear that plan out in terms of what you want to do in the coming years, and how do you plan to travel, and what are the skills that you want to acquire that will help you do that.
Before that, I just want to say why it started, if it's okay.
Yeah, please. It's your episode. I told you that.
Okay, so I was very timid and skinny and bullied all the time, right?
Bullied school?
Yes,
college?
school.
Okay.
College, I got fit and
Okay.
people were scared to bully me, but yeah. So school days, I was bullied.
Okay.
And there was one person who changed everything. Ideally, he didn't know he changed himself. He's Joss, a good friend of mine.
Okay.
We
Hi,
went
Joss. How are you?
So what he did was he took me along for a trek. Okay, we didn't go on a trek like everyone goes, right? We didn't follow a path. We went crazy.
Okay.
We went to a point where people down below were yelling at us, telling there's no route from that side. Don't go, you'll fall and kill yourself. Right? And then I was like, wow, that adrenaline rush, that thing converted me to treks. Okay? And when I reached the top, I know it sounds crazy, but I could feel the wind speak to me.
Okay.
Okay, this is very interesting. I could feel the wind speak to me. It was just asking me to chase the dreams that I had since I was a kid.
Okay.
Okay, and as a child, I wanted to be the master. I was a fan of He-Man, Master of the Universe. Right? But I wanted to be the master of three things, right? Land, water, and sky. Right? Which land is done. I'm an advanced mountaineer. I've done 90 plus treks. Water, I'm a scuba instructor. I'm going to get my skydiving in a couple of years. But yes, so the wind spoke to me. After that, that changed my entire life. I was alone but never lonely.
Okay.
Because I was connected to something that will give me unlimited supply of energy, unlimited supply of motivation, and unlimited supply of guidance.
Okay.
I have a habit which I do. I mean, people who think crazy, go ahead. But who want to try, you can try. Helps you get rid of loneliness and that motivational boost that you're looking for. Whenever I'm sad, whenever I'm really, really sad, I go to the nearest park, or if I see a tree, right, I feel the trunk of the tree with my hands, especially the tip of my fingers. I'm telling you, it'll sound crazy.
I already love this story.
With the tip of my fingers, they say, see, I don't know the scientific reasons, I can't give you that analysis, but these, they say, are your eyes. I don't know if it's true, but I close my eyes and I feel the tree trunk. And when I feel right, when I get that goosebumps, I share whatever negative energy I have, the sadness, the thing that people are telling I'm useless, or the things that people say to me, right? I let it flow.
Okay.
Right? The minute I let it flow, I feel very light.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, I feel this energy that you can see, right? That energy is like a bomb, and it keeps exploding whenever I want.
Okay.
Whenever I want. As you said, you wake me up at night and say, let's do something interesting. I'm up.
It's there.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm like, yes, forget sleep, forget everything, let's go. There was a point when I was in HR, I was working 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock, right? 12 hours shift. And then I used to go night trekking. I used to take people for night trekking. Okay? 8 o'clock in the evening, I used to head out. We used to go to Ramnagar camp, come back in the morning at 6, just go, take a shower, come back energetic for the work.
Crazy.
And this energy I used to get from nature. Okay. So they say you are never lonely. You're already connected to the universe.
Yeah.
You are the universe because of the energy, right? As much as possible, when I was in Havelock, I used to walk bare feet.
Okay.
Because I used to have these feet implanted on these sand, because that's nature again. So there's a connect, right? We have followed a tradition where we have cut out nature from our lives, right?
Wow.
Buildings, avoiding nature. Wind is also nature. That also speaks to you. So that also we are avoiding. We have AC in store.
Yeah.
And slippers. Leather and rubber, which are bad conductor of energy. They don't let the energy flow. So you're separated from Mother Earth.
Yeah.
The only thing that helps you connect is a tree. Because tree is deep rooted, right? And it is in sync with the entire universe. So whatever information you need, you get from there. And not only here, anywhere. I am blessed with one more skill. I can write instant poems. And they are good, is what I've got.
Yeah, I've read them. I love it.
So
let's go like just few steps back. You went with your friend on the trek.
Yes.
And then you said the wind spoke to you. What age was that?
That was after my 10th. It was in my during my 11th. So age, wow, that will be long. 2008, 2005, 2004. Yeah,
2004, about 15 years ago, right?
Yes.
And you said it told you go follow your dreams, and then you did these few things. So is that the Irwin that has allowed you to experience everything that you're experiencing?
Yes. I think
That's what it is, right?
I have two births.
Okay.
Right. One when I was born,
Okay.
when my mother gave birth to me, and second when nature gave birth to me, and that is when the wind spoke to me, yeah, and said, "Go live your dreams. You're alive. You're not existing. You're alive.
Yeah.
So live it. Don't just exist." Is what it said. Now, people who think I'm crazy and gonna get me a psychologist, I am not gonna be here that long. I'm running away again to Havelock.
So people wait an entire year to travel, right? Everyone says this year, this trip, right? So they set up everything in such a way that they plan, and those 10 days or those 15 days they go on a trip. And then they go and experience the place, they travel, they enjoy it, and they come back. And then there's you, who can leave anytime you want and experience whatever you want, right? You on one side, this on one side. What do you want to tell those people who can't leave whenever they want because they have tied themselves to certain things that maybe you haven't, right? Maybe you haven't tied yourself to a very high paying job, or maybe you haven't tied yourself to say certain other commitments, because you need to be at a certain level of freedom to do what you're doing. So what do you want to tell people who want to kind of live your life, but they have things tied up which doesn't allow them to, right? So that is what I want to know from you.
Okay.
And maybe they want to lead your life, right? In all honesty, they want that change in their own life. Maybe they want to go and sit in Havelock, but they're not able to. First of all, why do you think that's happening? Two, what would you tell them?
Well, there are two aspects of what you asked.
Okay.
One is traveling, and the other one is living your life. Now, those two are a little different, okay? Because if you have a passion to travel, see, it all comes down to what makes you happy.
Okay.
Right? You don't have to travel the world to be happy.
Yeah,
you can
100%.
stay at home and be happy.
Be happy, 100%.
You can do absolutely nothing, still be happy.
Yeah.
Right? But that's your decision. If you know what makes you happy, and if you're not doing that, that's your decision.
Yeah.
Right? So let me ask you this. Adarsh, if you want to buy a new, say, gadget, which is your favorite gadget right now in your mind?
I think I definitely am looking for an iPhone very soon.
Lovely. So
hopefully
if I tell
I
you,
can.
don't go for an iPhone, right? iPhone is nothing. It's useless. It's absolutely not worth the money. Instead, you can buy so many things. Instead, you can do a lot of investment. Instead, you can do this, that, right? Don't go to that. Don't go to do that. Would you listen?
No, because my head is set on it.
Right?
Yeah.
Your head is set on what you want.
Yeah.
Right? When you have that level of determination for a gadget, why not have that level of determination for your life? Right? For your dream. Because we don't think our dreams are worth chasing for. Right? An iPhone or a MacBook is worth chasing for, is worth saving money, is worth disconnecting your social life or not having that extra burger or steak to save that money. But you are not willing to do that level of sacrifice for your dreams, then you'll belong where you have. You belong where you want to be.
Yeah.
Right? So if you make that little change, if you give your dreams the credit. Earlier, we never had stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
We never had YouTube, this level of, monetary benefits.
Yeah.
It will come.
Yeah.
If you follow your passion and not expect. See, when I did my scuba diving, So when I did my instructors, I did not expect that it's good. It's good paying job.
Yeah.
Right? It's a good amount, no expenses, and it's a holiday every day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people came and told me you will not earn anything. I'm telling them I'm earning better than what I earn
In here.
in here,
in
right?
Bangalore.
And then the
Yeah.
best part is you get to know these other sources of investment,
Hmm.
right? Now, how do you learn about something? You learn about something by watching the Idiot Box
Yeah.
TV, right? Whatever they say,
We pick up.
we pick up. For example, they said Gandhiji was father of our nation because of the books we read. Recent history has come across. There were controversies that he was that, he was this. We have not lived
Yeah.
that generation to know what is truth.
Yeah.
So whatever we
We've
see,
believed what
we read, we believe.
history is. Yeah, like books, history books or channels have told us.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if we travel, we know what actual investments are, right? You can make unbelievable amounts of money anywhere. I know people in Havelock who have earned 10, 12 lakhs a month.
Oh, crazy.
No disclosing because IT guys will give me another. So, yeah, but I know people who earn a lot of money. So if you follow your passion, the universe, which is you, will always come through.
Yeah.
They'll give
It'll take care of you.
It'll take care of you, right? And those you saying who are tied to something, convincing.
Yeah.
If you have a good convincing ability, either by living your dreams and showing, or by convincing with words,
with your words.
then you have to try. If you don't try, you'll never know.
Then it's tough.
Right?
Yeah.
No, if you don't try, then it's easy. You'll never do it. Right? If you don't try, you don't do it. It's that easy. If you try, then it's tough.
Yeah.
Others, everything is hard. Becoming thin is hard.
Yeah.
Becoming fat is
Yeah.
hard. Living a life of luxury is hard. Living a life of poor is hard. Living a life of a nomad is hard. Living a life of a person stuck at home is hard. But you get to choose that hard.
Yeah.
Which hard thing that you want to choose and go towards that. So
and that actually gives you the power, that gives you that access card to realize that it's all open for you. Honestly, there is no person who will come and say it's easy. It cannot be.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that's easy is maybe death, right? Because maybe that's not in your hands fully. At some point you're taken away. But everything else, every choice that you make is not easy at all. Like people who say, like even your life right now, right? Let's say, you've said you enjoy the water, you're at Havelock, but it's still work. You still have to be in a certain mind space to be able to do this. If you're in a bad mood and your customer comes, with that level of energy, if you're not able to match that person's energy, you're giving them a bad experience. So you're also still putting in a lot of effort to make sure this happens. Right? You're making certain sacrifices to be in the places that you are. It's not just come to you. Right? Maybe the thoughts came to you when that wind spoke to you, the thought came. But to act on it is still left up to you, right? So where I'm getting to with this is, at the end of it, it's all based on decisions.
Decisions, okay.
People say life happens to you, but I really disagree. Life doesn't happen to you.
Yeah.
Life does give you certain light on where you can go, but you still have to walk yourself.
True.
It's as simple as that. And the fact that you said, right, people haven't gone and tried. They haven't gone and seen what other options exist. They haven't gone and seen what money you can actually make. That's only because of fear.
True.
Right? Okay, so what's the first thing that people say, when you want to venture out into a different profession is, no, what if there's no money there? 1. 2, stability. 3, danger, whatever it is. Fine, why don't you give yourself 2 years to do it? True. And let it be the biggest loss of your life. Let it be the biggest failure. Are you going to die? You're not going to die. The max you'll do is you'll lose some money. People will say a few things, but you will come back. But chances are, and life is so funny, that actually, like you said, the universe comes through. You take that step, the universe will take one step for you.
True.
And Arwin, I have experienced this so much by now. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. You said, right, the wind spoke to you and you said you wanted to be the master of what?
Land, water, and sky.
Land, water, and sky, right? For me, I think as I grew up and I asked myself, what do you really want to do? How do you look at the work part of your life? One is I definitely wanted to be happy. Second is I knew I want to speak
Nice.
for a living. I don't want to do anything else. I want to speak for a living. And these thoughts were what? When I was, say, 15, 16, 17. Okay. At that time, you're not thinking of how you can make money.
True.
Only by speaking, right? That time, if I said something like this, people will say, I'll become a radio jockey. Is radio jockey the only... but that's the majority thought, right?
True.
Because that's the only popularized profession. I'm like, no, I don't think I want to be a radio jockey, but I definitely want to make money out of speaking. And dude, I'm saying this out of zero arrogance. The fact that I'm 27 and I've made money only out of speaking, it's unbelievable. It's not like I've made a lot of money, but I've made enough to keep me happy. And it's only out of speaking. Why I'm repeating that is it came at a time when the knowledge is less. It came at an age when I didn't know much. But the changing point was the decision. Am I going to take the decision to follow this thought? Or am I going to doubt it and just listen to someone else?
Okay, I just want to say a few things.
Yeah.
Three things especially from this conversation. I don't want to forget.
Yeah.
Now, death is not easy. You said death is the only thing easy.
Okay.
A lot of people try committing suicide.
Okay.
And they're not successful. So even death is difficult.
Death is difficult.
Right?
Okay.
Second, you said mood.
Okay.
Now let me ask you this question. If you've invited a person, right? You've invited a guest and you are off mood.
Okay.
Would you still pursue?
Like the shoot?
Yes.
100%, bro.
Why?
I feel like the thing is, I think my mood changes. I get into that zone automatically.
That is because this is your passion.
Yeah.
So when it comes to passion, it's never really hard work. Right? You're not working really hard.
Yeah.
You're enjoying every bit.
Yeah.
So no matter how bad your mood is, when it comes back to your passion, you are charged up again.
You're on.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're working some place which is not your passion, then your mood change affects.
Yeah.
You rain it down on your subordinates or anyone, right? Or especially at home. That's the last resort.
Yeah.
But here, even if your mood is off,
Yeah.
when it comes to your passion, it never goes.
Yeah.
Right? Third is, you mentioned when you were 15, 16, you got the idea.
Yeah.
And at that point, you didn't have knowledge.
Yeah.
But that's wrong.
Okay.
Right? When we are kids, since we are kids, we have extreme knowledge. Because at that point, two factors don't change us.
Okay.
Right? Society and money.
Mm.
Right? That is where we want to be what we want to be.
Yeah.
When the factors like society and money changes you, you want to be what the society wants to be. Right? So when you say you wanted to pursue this when you were 15, that is what you are. People come to me and ask, you got to know what's your passion, that's beautiful, but I don't know how to find my passion. The time has gone. Okay, if you have to find your passion right now, you have to work really hard to get rid of society and money to understand what you want. Now you're thinking, I want a passion which gives me money.
Yeah, that's not
right.
passion.
Like how some people suggested become a radio jockey because that has a future, that has stability, right?
Yeah.
Now if you think, I want to be a singer and I want to participate in Indian Idol so that I'll make money. Right? Your motivation is not your dream, is to make money and stabilize.
And as soon as it's that, the universe will be like, boss, hold up.
Yeah.
Not allowing you there.
Because that is not coming from your heart.
Yeah.
That is coming from your wicked mind.
Yeah.
Right? Because heart will tell you, let's do this, let's do that. You said, mind says, shut up.
Yeah.
How will I survive? How will I eat
Yeah.
this beautiful burger which is actually unhealthy? Right? if you want to live, I know a person, this recent martial arts coach, Banu. He's actually an amazing person. He mentions the diet.
Okay.
The traditional diet, what we used to eat was millets. Those keep us healthy. People used to survive for over 100 years fit. I'm not talking about bedridden. I'm not talking about clutches. I'm not talking about wheelchair. I'm talking about when my grandfather was alive, he was ripped.
Okay.
He had like 8 packs at the age of 99.
What are you saying?
Yes, 99. And he was healthy as a horse. At one point, I had gone to Mangalore, that's my native. So there was a log which was on the road. I couldn't lift it. 99-year-old lifted it like it was a piece of twig.
Crazy.
Right? So all that is because of the diet. Right? But we love burgers, pizzas, but we've forgotten the values of millets. Right, but yeah, that's the thing. I don't know why I got into that topic, but yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, man. Yeah, no problem. So I was basically talking about passion, and then the next thought that came into my head was intuition. Okay, and I'd really like to kind of touch upon this because I know you're also a person who believes in intuition, and intuition is nothing but listening to what thoughts that are coming to you. I was like, as you were speaking, I just thought of this. You spoke about the brain and the heart, right? And the mind tells you, no, what are you doing? How will I survive all of this? Usually people say that the mind is logical, right?
True.
And the heart is of emotion. Actually, I want to change it. The heart is actually logical. Now, I'll tell you why I'm saying this. The heart is logical and your mind is critical.
Okay.
Where I'm going with this is, the reason I'm not asking Google anything. The reason I'm saying the heart is logical, because it's only logical to listen to your truth. Your heart is always giving you your truth. Your heart is always giving you the intuition that was already planted in you. Isn't it logical to listen to that? Okay. You should listen to your intuition at the end of the day. The intuition is never yours. It's called intuition because it was given to you by universe, God, whatever power you believe in. It was kept there for you. If you listen to it fully, it's going to guide you the right path.
True.
The mind, don't call it a hurdle. Don't call it mind is logical. Mind is also with you. But the thing is, mind is critical, taking care of you, saying, okay, before you listen to your intuition, here you go, this is the present world. This is how things are. Analyze a little. People say, do you want to choose the mind or you want to choose the heart? Are you out of your mind? Like, are you crazy to think that the universe has planted two things within you that are not in sync? I just thought of this when you were talking about the mind, and it makes so much sense, don't you think? The mind and heart are with you.
True.
They are working together.
They are you.
Yeah. And there's this thing, this guy once spoke about this, and it has stuck on with me. He says, silence the noise around you because the intuition is always whispering.
True. Very true.
Right? So I want to know about intuition, bro. Like, what do you feel about intuition?
Now, let me tell this, okay?
Yeah.
Tell you this. So, when it happens, when we say mind and heart, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Right? Let's not call it logic because logic always needs fact, right?
Yeah.
Your heart guides the right way. Your heart is also one of the few which cannot be corrupted, purified, impurified or something, right? It cannot be malnutritioned.
Yeah.
But your mind can be.
Okay.
Right? Your mind is not yours. Your mind is a society. If that is what is critical, then don't listen to it. Because your heart knows the way. But when you remove the society and when it's just you, your mind is the most powerful.
Yeah.
They say be the best version of you. No. I don't believe in being the best version of you. I believe in being you.
Yeah.
Why do you want to be better?
There's no best.
Yeah.
There's no poorer versions of
Yeah.
you.
No, even then, why do you want to be better? I want
Yeah.
to be better than Adarsh. I want
No,
to
no.
be better than Vinay. I want to be better. Why?
Yeah.
Why be you?
Mm.
Why be better or best?
Yeah.
Right?
That's just you.
Yeah, so
and that's enough.
That's enough. The minute you start thinking about, I want to be better than someone, you are not you. You're trying to be that someone.
Yeah.
So don't be the best version of you, be you.
Yeah.
Right? It's simple as that. So when it comes to intuition,
Yeah.
when you become you, you can listen to whatever your heart
Yeah,
says.
bro.
Right?
Yeah.
Apart from the society.
Yeah.
What we do first, if you have a thought, you go and share it with the closest one.
Yeah.
Whoever's your closest person, you go to share it to that person. Now that person does not share your same enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So either that person will give you societal inputs,
Yeah.
personal inputs,
Yeah.
or dangerous inputs.
Dangerous inputs.
If that person gives you motivational inputs, awesome.
Awesome.
Then
Yeah.
you go
That's
ahead.
a support.
Yeah, then you go ahead.
Yeah.
Or else you listen to the critics and say, no, not today. Right? My point is, instead of taking an idea you have to someone, before that, convince yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Your idea is generated from your heart.
Yeah.
Take that seed, put it in your mind.
Mm.
Put water every day.
Yeah.
Let the seed become a plant.
Mm.
Then go share. Because you will never throw a flower pot, right? You will never break the flower.
Yeah.
You're not that cruel.
Yeah.
So if someone tells, no, this is a stupid flower pot, it's still mine.
It's still mine.
Let me try. Let it become a tree.
Yeah.
Right? So you will work on it.
Yeah.
If you don't work on it, if you just take the seed and say, I have a seed, they'll say, give it to the crow or give it to a bird. They will at least enjoy a good meal. And that same idea of yours, which you think never clicked, many of them see someone else tried and clicked, and then they regret.
Yeah.
Telling, damn, I should have done this during my time. And still it does not teach them that during my time you should have done. Now do something.
Now at least.
Now
yeah.
listen to your heart. Now take that seed, water it properly.
Hmm.
No, they feel, I would have done it if I could have done it. Now the time is done. The time is never done. We have examples of many of them over 60 have achieved their success.
Or the other conversation is time is not right.
Time is yes.
Is the time ever right?
Yes, time is right when you think it is. That's all. Time is not right if you think it's not right. It's not right.
Yeah.
Right? It's all in your mind. But if you don't listen, whenever there's something that tells you to do something, if you don't pay attention to that intuition,
yeah, you're failing, man. It's a
because
dangerous path.
life does not throw things at you every day. If you are that lucky, yes, it will throw you every day.
Yeah.
Right? For me, I really had a passion. I really had a passion to do mountaineering.
Yeah.
I finished my advanced mountaineering. I did a lot of solo treks. I learned a lot from the jungle, from the forest, not from people, right? From the jungle. They whisper. Again, you guys will think I'm mad, but yes, they do whisper. I get a lot of stories. For me, I feel I'm logically getting it, but there's something that helps me understand it, right? But once I've done that, once I've achieved that, it does not stop that. The life throws another idea at me, scuba diving. Right?
Yeah.
Now that I've completed my instructor and I'm working, now the next seed it's thrown is skydiving. So once I finish skydiving, it'll throw another seed. I just have to gather seeds, build my own forest. Right? Build my own forest.
Oh, I like this.
So that I can enjoy the fruits.
Oh,
right?
man.
When I become old, I don't have one tree that bears fruit. I have like 1 million trees with different fruits which I can enjoy.
Which you can take whenever you want.
Yes.
Yeah. So, where are you now, Arwin? Like, what's your... you did mention skydiving, but there's also a martial art form that, you're actively involved in.
Well,
I wanted to listen to that.
I really love the martial arts form that I'm doing. It's yogic martial arts, and the guru says it's a Tamil form of martial arts. A lot of interesting aspect. I pretty sure you should have him on the show. I mean, if you can, it'll
We'll
be
definitely
lovely.
do it.
So the thing is, I was stuck here until Havelock reopens, and I'm a man of my word. So I've given someone a word that I will stay here till December. I'm right now working as a voice and accent trainer. So I want to finish that gig and then move on. Or else Havelock is waiting, but since I've given my word to someone, I stick to my word, and that's the only reason I'm here. Now I'm here. That doesn't stop me from learning. I've always wanted to do martial arts, right? One form. When I met this person, well, it increases discipline and focus, right? Your mind is already focused, but when you learn new skills, you're getting your body, you're getting your muscle memory, and you learn a lot of things.
You're getting a call, I think.
That's okay. So you have this muscle memory and a lot of things. Sorry.
No worries.
So that aspect, they say if you stop learning anything, right? Now I've done scuba instructors, I've completed it. Now I don't have any learning there. It's just I have to do a certain specialties and climb up the ladder. If I stop my learning anywhere, I'm scared that when I reach 40 or 50, I'll be hesitant to learn new things.
Yeah.
So what I do, whenever I see something new interesting, I jump in. Because the minute you're born, till the minute you die, if you learn every day, still there's lots to learn.
Yeah.
Right?
And it keeps you in the zone of absorption, you know.
Yes.
You don't get rusted.
True. That's
But it's tough, Arwin. It's tough to be like that.
Well, life is tough choices, but you just have to select the right hard which you want, as I said.
Like you said.
Yeah.
Man, I think, one thing is the general thought would come out as the one thing is people will immediately say it's tough to lead a life like you. But as they say, the two sides of the same coin, it's actually very easy. Right? So, I also want to kind of personally tell you this, right? It took me a long time to understand you as a person. Initially, you kept saying at the camera, don't think I'm crazy. The problem is, at first go, you do come across as crazy. And I'm not kidding. Like, for the longest time, I did think, dude, Arwin's crazy. I don't know, right? And then the more I spend time with you, the more I try to get what you're saying. And maybe I also kind of, I met you like maybe 3-4 years ago.
Longer than that.
Longer than that, right? Even so, I've also got some level of maturity compared to that time. So now I get where you're coming from, man. So it does take time to understand a thought process like yours.
Okay, first thing, I would say don't enter maturity.
No, I'm saying awareness.
No, what I'm trying to say is be a kid.
Yeah.
Always be a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, even now, you give me a room full of adults, room full of kids. I will enter the kids' room and play with them.
Yeah.
Because when you're a kid, you cut off society and money.
Yeah.
Right? So the whole aspect is stay a kid as long as possible.
That's
Don't
a free
kill
space.
that kid in you, right?
Yeah.
And second, there are three sides of a person is what I feel. Let me tell about myself. I'll not tell about others, right? Three personalities. There's a personal, there's a professional, and there's a crazy side. Right? That's why I name all my blog posts and my poems Trikvetra. Three sides, right? Three corner is what it means. Now, for a long time, I was happy with personal and professional side because of the corporate job.
Yeah.
But my crazy side was never really even touched upon.
Okay.
Right? When I started touching the crazy point, I realized the maximum energy
Came from there.
Yeah. So now, the push that I have is the crazy side. So whenever I have to listen to I always give suggestion also the same way and anything. So personal, professional and crazy. I listen to the crazy side first.
Yeah, okay.
And then I build around my personal and professional
to it.
So that way, it has to come across crazy. Because if you're not crazy, then you're crazy. Right? If you're just living a plain, simple, non-passionate, non-dream achieving life, then you're like that ECG line which goes ting, which means you're no more. Right? If you are inviting craziness, that's when you go.
Yeah.
That's how life
Let's not die before we die.
is. Definitely. Let's live before we die. Right?
we die.
Let's live before
I
we die.
think that's a perfect note to bring this episode to an end, man. I've always felt that people with pure passion, it's very tough to, get their thoughts documented because there's so much. And thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for the invitation. This is the first time I've done it, and it does not feel like I'm doing something new because we always have conversation for hours, right?
For us together. So thank you for coming here. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Like I said, I always, this guy comes across as crazy initially, but then you start to understand. If you dive a little more into his life, you'll understand that it makes even more sense. So I've loved your story. I'm always interested in knowing what you're going to do next. I want you to surprise our circle because I feel like that not only surprises us, but it also pushes us to try different things. And I hope that everyone who sees this episode takes something from it and, make a decision, do something that you haven't before. Because, that will be a win for you and as well as me, man. So, Arwin, thank you for being here. And hopefully we shoot another one sometime.
Once I achieve 2 or 3 more of my goals, yeah.
Awesome. So thank you for being here, guys. This was episode 17 of On a Personal Note with Adarsh Sakare. See you on the next one.